This is what we're going to make today. It's a key rack, and it's made from some old keys that I've had since I was a kid. Some of them were my grandfather's or my parents', or some that I've collected over the years. I like the designs on some of them. So when I look at these, they remind me of, you know, places I lived or cars that I had or tractors or just, you know, lots of different things. I've got a whole pile of keys. But anyway, these are the ones that I picked out to go on this board, and it's a very simple project. You just need a little board to put them on. This is 10 inches long by 2.5 inches wide, and the hardest part is bending the keys. The brass that they're made out of is hardened brass, and so if you just go and try to bend them, a lot of times they'll snap off, so you have to anneal them first. All right, so let's get started with the annealing process. Now you just have to heat up this part of the key. You don't want to necessarily heat up the top part. And just get it so it just kind of glows red a little bit. And you're done. Now if you don't have a torch, you could also do this on a gas flame on a stove would probably work. Now after you heat these, it kind of discolors them a little bit, and I didn't really like that. I do want them to look used. I don't want them to look brand new. Anyway, I just took a green Scotch pad like you'd get at the grocery store. And if you just give them a little scrub, got this wet, just give them a little scrub, it comes right off. I don't really want them to look new, but also don't want them to look discolored like that. So now to bend these keys, I'm just going to take, just got a steel rod here, and this will, if I bend it with this, that way all of them will be basically the same. And just line it up, let that tip stick out that far side just a little bit. And I've got a pair of vice grips that I'm going to use to hold that down. And another pair over here. And then you just want to bend it straight up. And having annealed those with the torch, they bend really easy. And just right to there. I don't want to bend it all the way over because I want the hook to kind of lay out just a little bit. That'll make it easier to, you know, drop a keychain on it. And there's your hook. I've got a countersink bit in here that fits the screws that I'm using. They're number 8 brass screws. There's the hole. I'm going to put on 2 coats of Minwax polyurethane, a satin finish. Now that this is dry, I'm going to get my keys laid out on here. And what I want to do is just take something like a ruler and put it against the bottom, and I'm just going to butt them all against the bottom. Like that. And I want them right on the bottom because I want the keys to hang off the board so it's easy to grab them. And then to space them, I'm just going to measure off each end 1.5 inches. And then this board is 10 inches long. And center this key, come 1.5 inches in, center this key, put one in the middle, and then just kind of eyeball this one into the middle of each one. Then I'm going to drill a pilot hole. This is oak, and these are brass screws that I'm going to be using. These are number 6 brass screws. And since I'm using a brass screw in oak, I'm going to have to drill a pilot hole or this is not going to go well. So I'm just going to take an awl and I'll mark the center hole of each one.
All right, well, I hope that was interesting to you. I'm sure if you're like most people, you've got some old keys laying around that you probably don't even know what they go to. And this is a simple project to use those and then to organize your keys. Hope this was interesting to you. Thank you for watching.